So that is it.
Right.
Thank you, everybody, and we'll see you next week.
Thanks.
I don't know how I felt about that, chat. So basically the only thing they added was that you could spend $50 of your real life money, $50, and you would get 16 mythic wild cards. I kind of that's if I heard that correctly. They're not changing anything besides adding that. Yeah, and I yeah, I don't know if that's a good deal, personally. I mean, I still love Magic, and I'm gonna play either way, and I'm probably going to use that addition that they added. Yeah, of course, dude. But why Mythics? That's my question. Why I mean, $50 for 16 Mythics? I mean, I guess there's more value in Mythics, so I think what they were trying to accomplish was, hey, Mythics cost more money in the real life Magic the Gathering economy. I think there would actually be more value. So if they were going to do $50, I would think rare cards would actually be more valuable in the Arena economy. I could see why they'd think $50 was good for Mythic if they're comparing it to real life cards, because, you know, Mythic cards are more expensive. But come on, I mean, rare cards are harder to get. I feel like, well, not harder to get, but rare cards are more valuable in the Arena economy, in my opinion, than Mythics. Because you need rare cards for literally every deck. Every deck you need rare cards. And it's like, Mythics you need like maybe 2 to 4, typically, unless you're playing like a Super Friends deck. Which nobody plays that besides me. I don't think I've seen many other people play Super Friends in Arena than me. But like, rare cards are harder to come by. Just start selling my body, right? What a bunch of baloney. Literally every answer was no or technology. No. Yeah, exactly. That's exactly how this went though, Rocket. It was funny. I heard it was 12 rare, 4 mythic. And 12 rare, 4 mythic. Oh my god. Yeah, I think rare is more used for... I feel like rare is used for most people. What a terrible night to have a curse. What does that mean, Christmas? What? I would love to hear a yes, that's something we can do. They did... When they asked him, is there will there be a way to, they said, will there be a way to, buy wild cards in the future or whatever? And he was like, that's a possibility. Yes, it's a possibility. But as of right now, no. Some of them he was like, yes. So then he was like, but right now, no. So pretty much you mean no. Okay, cool. I was most disappointed by the no codes for packs. I know. That's like the one thing they can do. Like, I was really hoping they would say they'd do that. Because doesn't like Pokemon and them do that? Like, why can't this game do that too? Like, I don't understand. Like, they're worried that... It makes sense from a business perspective why they don't want to do it. That's what they were doing in the chat too, Rocket Man. It's so funny. It is a little bit greedy, to be completely honest. I love Wizards. I love Magic. Don't get me wrong. I'm not going to say on my stream that it's bad, because it makes sense from a business perspective. It sucks for us as players. It does. But it makes sense because what they're worried about is that there's people that only play physical Magic. There's people that will not play Arena, and they will only play physical Magic. So they will buy all these sealed products. Like my little brother and also like Pugs MTG and Wormslayer Z like never play Arena. They only play they only play physical Magic, really. And like they will literally get all these codes and they'll give them all to me. They will buy booster boxes, open them all, and give all the codes to me. That's exactly what they would do. And what they're worried about is people are going to do that. They're worried about people buying all these physical packs and giving all these codes to other players, and then these players don't spend money. Because then I end up not spending much, which is good for me, yes. But from a business perspective, it makes sense. Somebody like me who's an avid Magic the Gathering Arena player and streamer who spends money on the game will stop spending money. And from a business perspective, that hurts them. Because they know every time they release a new set, I'm going to buy something. Like, I literally budget. I literally budget for Arena every month so I can keep building decks and producing content for the channel. I do that every single month. Then they need to make Arena better. I agree, Rocco. I agree that they could have done some things with the economy rather than just give us a $50 wild card thingy. They could have definitely done that. But they did it. So, kind of sucks. That does suck a little bit, I'm not going to lie. It does suck a little bit. Like, we give away pre-release codes all the time. Like, on these channels, like, as streamers. Like, we always give away pre-release codes. Like, when a pre-release comes out, when a new set comes out that isn't Alchemy, like an actual pre-release, we always are giving away codes. So, like, that would give me an opportunity to do a lot of giveaways and also use them on my channel, which would be awesome. It'd be awesome for me, but... And I mean, I imagine Magic the Gathering makes so much money from Arena. Like, so much money. Like, there are times where, like, I've pulled... Like, I've definitely, like, I've budgeted and everything, but I've spent a little bit more money over my budget because I needed, like, one more wild card. And now my wife's, like, understands. She's like, well, I get it, because the way the economy is, like... I'm like, I spent $25 more than I was supposed to because I needed 2 more rare cards. Literally, that's it. Alright, here we go. Here's all the new Alchemy cards. I'm going to pause the music for this. These are all the new Alchemy. We got Dragonfly Pilot, 1 white for 1/1. When it enters the battlefield, conjure a card named Dragonfly Suit into your hand. Dragonfly Suit. Oh, we know which one that is. We know what that is. It crews vehicles as though its power were 2 or greater. That's pretty good for a vehicle deck. The Alchemy cards seriously make me consider getting into it. It's good. I like Alchemy. I know a lot of people don't, but you'll see me playing it on here all the time. Inchblade Companion, 1 white for 1/1. Cryptid creature gets +1/+1. Whenever it becomes attached to a creature, create a token that's a copy of Inchblade Companion. Except it doesn't have this ability. This ability triggers only once each turn. Reconfigure 2. Copy of Transmutation for 2. Each permanent card in your hand perpetually becomes an artifact. So good for artifact decks. Each permanent card in your hand perpetually becomes an enchantment in addition to its other types. So 2 for 2/2. Can choose one of the abilities. So this is good for enchantments. So Kamiya Transmutation, we opened up 2 of those earlier. This can make enchantments even better. Also, it's good. It's good for a couple things. That's pretty crazy. Fragment Reality, exile target non-token artifact, creature, or enchantment. Only for 1? What? Its controller puts a random creature card with lesser mana value from their library onto the battlefield tapped. This is good both ways. This is good against your opponent and good for you. Moth Rider. Moth Rider is back. 2 less to cast if you have no other creature cards in your hand. Or if the only other creature cards in your hand are named Moth Rider Cavalry. Flying, other creatures you control get +1/+1. That is so good. Alright, that's for white. And we got blue, Better Offer. Random creature card with mana value X or less from target opponent's library onto the battlefield under your control. What? And it has ward. Oh my gosh. And it doesn't say. This is definitely this could be a win condition, but it's random though, so you don't get a pick. Wow. That's wild. Let's see. Saiba Siphoner, Flash, 2 less to cast if there are no instant or sorcery cards in your hand. Return target instant or sorcery card from your graveyard to your hand. When it dies, shuffle into your library instead. Interesting. Human Ninja. Experimental Pilot, ward for 2, 1 cost, discard 2 cards, draft a card from Experimental Pilot's spellbook. Cruise vehicles as though its powers are 2 or greater. There's a lot of good like crewmates, like pilots and stuff in this set. Holographic Double. Exile Holographic Double from your hand. Choose a creature card in your hand to conjure a duplicate of it into your hand. Wow. Okay. Not bad at all. Futurist Spell Thief. Flash. When it enters the battlefield, card duplicate of target spell in your hand. Mana of any color to cast this spell. Ooh. Okay, okay. I see where this is going. Semblance Scanner. Whenever Semblance Scanner or equipped creature deals combat damage to a player, if it's not a token, conjure a duplicate into your hand. And it has reconfigure for 1. Painful Bond. So now we're in the black cards. Instant, draw 2 cards, then cards in your hand with mana value 3 or greater gain perpetually. When you cast this spell, you lose 1 life. Interesting. 2 Swarm Saboteur. 2/1 Ninjutsu Death Touch. Virus Beetle. Ooh. You can conjure a Virus Beetle from this. That's pretty sweet. Kami of the Morning. 3 for 3/2. Enters the battlefield. Target creature you control or creature card in your graveyard. Perpetually gains. Whenever a creature controls the greater mana value then the card dies. Return this card from your graveyard to the battlefield tapped. Undercity Plunder. 2 for sorcery. Target opponent discards a card, then they may discard an additional card. If they don't, conjure a duplicate of a random card from their library into your hand. To perpetually gain, you may spend mana as though it were mana of any color to cast this spell. Interesting. So this is kind of like a beefed up version of like a go blank kind of, but it only costs 2. That's kind of cool. Because like pretty much if you get targeted with this, you're probably going to accept discarding 2 cards, especially if you have a powerful deck. I mean, it is a random card in the library, but Soul Servitude. Target player sacrifices a non-token creature. When they do, you may discard a card. If you do, conjure a duplicate of the sacrificed creature into your hand. Perpetually gains, you may spend mana as though it were mana of any color to cast this spell. That's cool, so you can get like a better card in your hand if you want. Consuming Oni. 4 for a 6/6. Okay, there's got to be a catch to this. 4 for a 6/6, flying and menace. Okay. At the beginning of your end step, a random non-land card in your hand perpetually gains. When you cast this spell, you lose 3 life. Okay, I was going to say there has to be something behind having this 4 for 6/6 with flying and menace. There's got to be something, and that makes sense. Still pretty okay. We're getting into the red cards. Okay. We got red, green, and then multicolored left here. We got Artillery Enthusiast. Modified creatures have menace. When it enters the battlefield, discard a card. If you do, seek a card with mana value equal to that card's mana value. 1 for 1/1. Not bad. Foundry Beetle. First strike. Equipped a creature as first strike. At the beginning of your upkeep, a random artifact card in your hand perpetually gains this spell, costs 1 less to cast. This makes artifacts really good. This can change the format. Just this card here alone could potentially change the format. Affinity for artifacts. Junkyard Scrapper. When a non-token artifact enters the battlefield under your control, exile a random non-land artifact card with lesser mana value from your library. You may cast that card until the end of your next turn. Okay. Bellows Breath Ogre. When it deals damage equal to its intensity to any target, and then the potential... Wait, what? Hold on. Starting intensity 1. This is a new thing. Whenever Bellows Breath Ogre attacks, it deals damage equal to its intensity to any target that perpetually increases intensity. Ooh, that's cool. Okay, so it starts with 1 with intensity. And then when it attacks, it deals damage equal to its intensity to any target. So technically when it attacks, it's attacking for 4 the first time, not 3. Then it increases by 1 after that. So the next turn it would attack for 5. That's cool. I like that card. Molten Impact. Molten Impact deals 4 damage to to target creature or planeswalker. If excess damage was dealt this way, you may cast your next instant or sorcery. When you cast your next instant or sorcery spell, Molten Impact deals damage equal to the excess to target creature or planeswalker. What? That's pretty cool. And it's only 2 mana. Ooh, this looks like a cool card. Forage Born Phoenix. 3 for a 2/2. Flying. Equipped creature has flying. Whenever Phoenix dies, it potentially gains whenever an equipped creature you control deals combat damage to a player or planeswalker. Return this card from your graveyard to the battlefield tapped. Oh, dude! They're bringing the Phoenix back in this set. That's so cool. It only costs 3 for 2, and you can equip it with Reconfigure for 1 red. That's cool. Kami of Bamboo Groves. 1 for 1/1. When it enters the battlefield, you may put a land card from your hand onto the battlefield tapped. And it has Channel. Conjure 2 cards named Forests into your hand when you discard it for 3. Oh, cool. So you get 2 Forests. So that's going to help with mana ramp stuff. Chronicle of Warship for 2 for 1/1. When it enters the battlefield, put a random shrine from among the top 7 cards of your library into your hand. It gains this spell cost 1 less to cast and shuffle. So you can do some shrine stuff there. There's the Pathlighter. When it enters the battlefield, draft a card from the spell book. We got Jukai Liberator for 3. When it deals combat damage to a player, choose a land or non-land. Seek a permanent card of those chosen kind. That's pretty cool. Runaway Growth. It's got starting intensity 1. It's 4 for Enchantment Aura, Enchant Land. Whenever Enchanted Land is tapped for mana, its controller adds an additional amount of forest equal to Runaway Growth's intensity, then perpetually increases its intensity by 1. So you consistently get more mana each turn. I am playing that right after this, Kurtos. That's what we're doing. The precons. Forceful Cultivator, 4 for 2/3. 2 less to cast if there are no land cards in your hand. When Forceful Cultivator enters the battlefield, search your library for a basic land card. Put that card onto the battlefield tapped and shuffle. So I'm noticing all of these are like land-based or shrine stuff and the green, so it's going to help with the mana ramp stuff. Imperial Blade Master, 1 colorless, 1 red, 1 white, double strike for 2/2. When it attacks alone, draft a card from the spellbook. Hell yeah. So in the spellbook, so I was wondering what was in the spellbook. It includes Field of Ruin, Bonder's Enclave, so a lot of land. Radiant Fountain, Thriving Grove. There's just a ton of land in here. There's a Treasure Vault, Gingerbread Cabin, Memorial Unit, Boseiju, Courtyard, Reliquary, Scavenger, Emergent Zone, Garden. Yeah, they're like all lands in the spellbook. That's so weird. But that's for... Well, of course it is, because it's for Pathlighter. This is for Pilot. Caravan, Barge. So they're like all mech stuff on that one. And then for the Blade Master, ooh, we're getting all the samurais, dude. Hell yeah. Okay. Ronin. Hell yeah, dude.